Right, so they're gassing me with the traffic, so I've had to come back down here to wait for the traffic to pass, because I'm being gassed out by a catalytic converter, where they set up too much heavy traffic on that road. Right, I've just gone towards the bridge on the other side. Obviously it's flooded over so I can't get under it. Over the other side there's only a couple of teenagers kissing and cuddling, talking about sex, enjoying the sunshine with their umbrella. Right, so I made it back up the road, and we got, as you can hear, it's like that. So a frying sun van. What they're applying there is yeah, sexual weather, sunshine. Well, there's nothing I can do. I'm just too hot to do anything at the moment. Right, so there's another van name, it's a new one. It basically says enjoy the sunshine, and it's got a picture of a bloke wearing dark sunglasses and a woman wearing dark sunglasses, where they're kissing and cuddling with a bottle of alcohol, possibly red wine, under a beach umbrella thing at a table, basically. Right, there's a whistly type sound coming from either a flying creature or someone doing it, saying child molester. Before that, oh, that's a blue sexual car. Before that, there's a black sex car in my direction. See, that whistling still occurs. That's it. Not coming out as suggestive at the moment, but it was coming out in that way like just now. I like. There's not only blue skies and sexual weather, but they're reversing the direction of the open blue sky to go back in the other direction. Yet the wind seems to be blowing in my direction. Doesn't make sense. They're definitely controlling that weather pattern, and they're doing it every single day. They're causing it to be sunny every fucking day. For the 3rd of July now, 3rd of July 2024, the only cloudy day, or half cloudy day I know, is the 2nd of April, where it was raining for 3/4 of a day. The 28th of May, where half a day was cloudy, and even that was sunny, but you did have grey cloud on that day. The 22nd of June, you had about half a day, and that was only after 8-9 o'clock, after I was making a conspiracy about the weather of that specific day, trying to get the date and information, film it, and then film outside the window, to basically say that the BBC are lying for about nearly I guess about somewhere about the 40th, 50th, in between 40 and 50 times, which is around about that now. I don't know the exact amount, but that's how many days they've lied about the weather forecast being wrong, claiming it's going to be cloudy when it's sunny. Right, there's a lookalike to someone who sexually abused me as a child passing in a car, except this is a rough looking person with a beard, and he's playing I Want to Sex You Up by Salt and Pepper, whoever does that track I Want to Sex You Up, that came out in the early 90s. Right, they're reversing that blue sky again. They were taking it out in one direction, I was going back in the other direction. I don't know how they're doing it. I've just been choked out by about 50 catalytic converters passing me. We've got very sexy weather, sex in the sun, but what sex do I get? God wants me to have sex with people that raped me as a child. That's a replacement to Lauren, or Lauren lookalike. There's got to be people that raped me as a child. So this is why we've got sex in the sun weather. Sex, Christ, sex. Sexual weather, sex in the sun, sexual weather. I'm getting a bit fucking pissed off of it. That time I smashed a candle up in the church, the weather didn't help me, because this sunshine weather is actually making me quite nasty, because I'm getting pissed off it. Because it's suppressing me every fucking day, and eventually, because you're being suppressed and put into a fucking low state, that's what happened. But it's, you know, it's sexual every day, it's sunny. Nothing I can do about it. The creepy, the sneaky bastards. Well, oh, fuck's sake. In total, there's been about, to where I am, if there's another 100 cars, you've broken the record. There's 15 minutes to go where I'm walking. Right, so there's been an overhanging trailer to Clyde to smash me and my legs off from behind again. Right, so we've had a train just occur, but just before that, tied to an erection, a 3-wheel bike in my direction with a mechanism on the front of the bike that looks like a penis going up and down in a fast motion. I don't know what it is that he had on the front, but that's what the suggestion made coming down this road. Sun! Yeah, we got that fucking problem. Sex in the fucking sun. Well, there's been another 50 cars choking me with catalyst. I've reached my destination, Bingham Reservoir. Sun! Cause sex in the sun! You fucking twisted buckle bastard Christ. Right, because of this sexy weather, this sex in the sun Christ, sex weather, sex yes Christ, sex, S-E-X Christ, means I can't do what I want to fucking do. Now a catalyst is reversing at me for people to enjoy sex weather, sex in the sun, sex. Nothing I can do about it, sex. I can't take a picture today because of sex. Sex weather Christ, sex. No cloud, sex. Sex in the sun. Sexual blue sky day, and it's here to stay. It's a blue sky day. Oh right, sex on the 3rd of July 2024. You fucking buckled bastard, Christ. Yeah, it's fucking funny, innit, Christ. The government have broken all fucking plans to fucking defeat every fucking photo. Right, where I'm being violated with the sun, I've just phoned a couple of people up. Where I'm living, they're saying it's hazy sunshine, but there's quite a lot of bit of cloud about. The other 2 people I phoned have basically told me it's raining or cloudy. So this sexual weather, this sex in the sun's only occurring where I am. Oh, sex in the sun, Christ. Yeah, choked by catalyst. Yeah, granny. Enjoy sex with granny, lose virginity over granny. Yeah, you're fucking twisted, you're buckled, Christ. You're absolutely fucking satanic, you nasty cunt. The rule of man, the creator God. Disease, fucking famine, fucking poverty. Just absolutely fucking nasty. Right, I've not managed to photograph the evidence in time. But there's actually a romance in the sun van, which is a new vehicle worded name that came down here to turn around and go the other way. And I couldn't get through the gate because the gate was playing up. And I hadn't realised I had to lift it up to get through because the gate is stiff. And when I tried taking a picture, I couldn't do it because firstly the cameras are messing me up, and when I was taking a picture zooming in, it just kept coming out of focus. I came from my dad's back in the middle of March, and then I did these Bingham reservoir walks. And the church I'm at now, whatever the name is of the church, hang on, I can get that information actually. It's All Saints Church. Right, where there's actually only been one cloudy, rainy day. And believe it or not, that one and only cloudy, rainy day that occurred was the same day the home treatment team wanted to take me back from Barrack when I went to meet the support worker for a visit. Incidentally, that's the railway, because over the other side of the reservoir you have a railway track, and that's the railway track where they tied a 3-wheel bike with a wanking mechanism on the front tied to an erection when I was walking down towards this sexy weather fucking where you know, Bingham reservoir, keep saying lake is the reservoir. So yeah, that's the only day. And I got another appointment tomorrow, and they say that it's going to be a so-and-so day, so it's going to be mixed with cloud and sunshine. So it'd be interesting to see what tomorrow is, unless they deliberately cause it to be nice and cloudy, knowing that I can't do what I need to do on that day, so they can fuck it up for other days, deliberately causing it to be sunny. Well, they've done this every fucking day in 2023. For me, there's about 5 days, this is cramming it together, so like 24-hour days, about 5 days that are crammed in 24 hours days crammed together. If you take into account all the cloud covers, all the rainstorms, all the white cloud, take that all into account, and also the hazy sunshine, because there wasn't really much in the way of hazy sunshine either in 2023. Take that away. For me, where I was walking, or where I've been, there was less than 1 week's worth of cloudy, rainy weather in the whole of the year 2023. When we came into January 2023, apart from the first few days of January where there was cloud, where they struggled to make it sunny where I was in that time period, take that away, and even that was there was sun on those days as well, mind, by the way. Take that away, every single day up until the first couple of days of February when I went to my father's, with blue skies and sunshine every single day I went out. And when I came back, after 6 weeks of staying at my dad's, days that my dad went out, they made it sunny where I was, and it was cloudy where my dad was. They're deliberately causing it to be sunny where I am, using HARP technology or something like that in America, but they're deliberately doing it to the split millisecond. It's like when I was trying to take pictures of streetlights going back many years ago. Every time I arrive at a streetlight, they bring the sun out because the government want these pictures to be sexy, sunshine weather pictures. It's okay if people like taking pictures of nude children on the beach, nude women on the beach, but I'm not into taking pictures of sexual life on the beach or sexual weather in sports or hotel balconies abroad, what the rich like. So they're trying to force rich, snobby pictures into my fucking camera. And I don't want rich, fucking snobby weather in my camera. I want dull days, moody effects, mystical appearance, and photos like that. Not this stupid sexual weather. But the government are making their fucking choice for me of what photos I take, causing it to be sexual weather every day. Because this sort of camera doesn't. There's actually people that I've spoken to that once said they prefer the sun and now say that they prefer cloud. But if we go back to the late 1980s, the sun was different, because I remember looking up to the sun. It was like an orangey yellow colour. You could look into the sun without hurting your eyes. These days it's obliterated white. So when that shines down, it just looks like a posh hotel balcony in the middle of in the equator, or on a Spanish island where, you know, in the middle of summer where it looks all white and obliterated. Everywhere looks like that now. You haven't got a British sun anymore, because the sun's a lot brighter because of global warming and opening the ozone layer. But yeah, I'm getting very, very pissed off of it. Right, let's go back to 2022. They were doing it in 2022. In total, because you had a lot of torrential rainstorms in that specific year, you had roughly 6 weeks in total of cloudy, rainy weather, and I thought that was bad. But if we go back to 2017 or 2018 or whatever year it is, I think it's 2017. It could have been, yeah, 27. Whatever year it was the year that they were growing the sunflowers at the apex at Burnham-on-Sea, a hybrid, sorry. And it's the start of in the early days of when I was getting the Sven threats before the lockdown. But I wasn't walking into all the roughest type people until after the lockdown, where they rigged up all these setups and controlled this force to be a lot more malicious and nastier against me than what it was before that time. So we start off with going back to the weather in 2023, where I was in total. You had about, with cloud cover and all the rest of it, I say yes, you had about 6 weeks of it, or just under 6 weeks. But if you work it into 24-hour days, I'd probably say, for me, it's about, you might have hit about a month, maybe 4 weeks. So yeah, you had that. You did have, to some extent, it wasn't great, but it was definitely different than. Is that open? I was on a lock. It's open. It's it's hit 11 a.m. Right, so I can go in there. I need to get out of the sun, you see, because I'm getting pissed off. It's just making me hot and sweaty, and I just don't feel like sitting in that sort of weather. I've been in there before. It's called Bingham Sutton All Saints Church, because I was struggling to get pictures in there going back. I can't do any today, obviously, because the sun's out, but I managed to get a few pictures which have already been taken if we go back to April or the start of May. I can't remember when it is now. Going back to the sunny weather, I can't remember what year it was, whether it was 2017, 2018, it could have been 2016 either. Obviously it was the year when the sunflowers were being grown at the apex and High Bridge. There was, I'm trying to work out what it was, between March and November, there was only 2 cloudy days. But I noticed something. I put some chalk on the sea defence wall on 2 occasions because I wasn't in a very good mood with the setups on those specific occasions. I think they were insulting a family member and making sexual suggestions at that time. I can't remember what the setup was. It was definitely nowhere near what it's like today. Today they can get away with doing anything. They can go as far-fetched as they want, doing any sort of setup in a sexual way, making a suggestion of whoever. But back then, it wasn't great. But it was also in a time period, if I remember, when my computer broke and I got annoyed. As soon as I did that writing on the graffiti on the in chalk, so it was washable, so if it had to come off, they only caused a torrential rainstorm that lasted about 10 minutes to wipe it all off on one occasion. And on another occasion, they did the same again. Take that away, apart from those 2 cloudy days, it was sunny with blue skies all year round, up until November, on that specific year. Right, so I'm chilling out because the fucking heat of the sun has just, caused me to need to chill out. I don't really actually need to photograph anything in there or do anything like that. I just need some fucking, cooling down time period where someone's left their condom over on the floor in the church. People actually having sex with a condom is unheard of, but back in the 1990s and the late 1980s, it's rare you'd see condoms. It's all like people were having hardcore sex with each other. They enjoyed sex and they were making each other pregnant, single mothers. All my enemies that made all these teenage girls that I wanted to get with, they're all single mothers because they have sex, They don't wear a condom. And that's on the first night. These days, to make friendship, you've got to know them for 10 years. Back in the 90s, as you knew them in one night, you got with them in one night, you got in a relationship, and they were a single mother the next day. It's as simple as that. I mean, today you're told you're a sick cunt if you don't go with anyone with a 40-year-old when you're 40 or 50 or 50. But going back in the 90s, these people were in my age group, possibly older, and they were fucking people in their 16, 17 and 18. But it was seen as the normal back then. And some of these people that were doing that are actually in sexual relationships now with the same people, even though there's a massive age gap. But it wasn't seen as a problem back in those days. And if you go to even celebrities, I mention this particular celebrity because it's one that I know from the Carry On films. He's known as Sid James. He was in his 50s or 60s, and Barbara Windsor was 16. They got in a sexual relationship, and that was seen as fine back in that time. He didn't get started on as being a weirdo or anything like that. Today, even if I look at someone the age of 37, I'm known as a sick cunt because I'm 43 coming up for 44. That's the problem. They fucked my life up. It's because the government are using all this industrial action, media control, the newspapers, the music industry, using it against me to take the fucking piss. But they've also fucked it up for me getting anyone in the past. Susan turned 17, right? Going back in 2003. And I couldn't find anyone, so enemies sort of made the suggestion that, well, Susan, she's alright, she's 17. The government decided to up the age of sex from 16 to 18. But guess what? 1 year later, they dropped it back down to 16 again. So it's done deliberately in that 1 year to stop me getting that Susan. So they're messing about with the age of consent, of changing the age of sexuality and the age of sex to stop me getting anyone. And they've succeeded. What they want me with, they want me in sexual relationships with people that raped me as a child, or telling me they're ripping me to pieces, or playing about with me in poker sticks in the fireplace in my next life, and sex sucking the guts out of me and saying that's Jesus' love. Stop, and to make love and not war, and to say that love, age is just a number, it's love that counts, as they do on those t-shirts. And over 50's too old, but under 50's fine. And those 3 t-shirts are new t-shirts, but they're making sure that there's only 6 years away before I'm 50, so they might as well get that under 50 so that they can fuck it up in the future and make sure that I'm too old to have fucking anything at all and fucking my life up completely, while taking the piss out of me and stepping up this action why the Liberal Democrats go in power, as I said earlier, to rip my fucking life apart, to tell me that they're democratically going to fucking rip you to fucking pieces, basically. That's what they're suggesting. Anyway, in case you don't know, because people are so stupid today, sex without a condom is known as hardcore sex. Sex with a condom is known as safe sex. When I was sexually abused, it was hardcore sex, not sex with a condom on. And now says Justin, your masturbating's over. Dark red gun looking timed. Then black white car, sick colour car, sexual car, and that grey car. Oh well, it looks like they want to fucking break the record with fucking setups. Red fucking knife shaped, grey, white, fucking flying creature says dead meat repeatedly. And white car before those cars. Right, so it's been over 100 cars since I left the church. I've only left the church less than 4 minutes. Right, burglars, well actually it's bugglers, it says bugglers, but they're trying to apply burglars. And then Crow goes, Crow says a specific name, saying fuck this specific name, but the name is very clear, so I can't use an interpretation to that name, and I can't say what the name is because it will cause offence, but that's what God wants to say. God wants to screw up and say that. Right, so my plan's out the door, but I'm still walking in this direction because I want to see for future reference what's up here and whether there's anything worth photographing or visiting for. So there's been some bikes from behind. They're initially talking about COVID and diseases and dying. No threats for them, which is shocking. Then there's a white van and after the bikes from behind, and a blue. Stag's van, red van, and the crow goes ha 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 ha. Straight after, the battery goes flat. I've just changed the battery, new battery. Right, so the sneaky little bastards have put on a corner, tried to fucking smash me up with a car to try and knock me off. So yeah, black and fucking blue grey, black grey, and that blue car swerving into the side, not seeing me, trying to fucking smash me up. You know the time has come to bump you off, t-shirt. Crow goes ha 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 ha. Right, so I've reached the limits. I've gone to the end of where it goes and basically just goes into countryside and fields, and it doesn't seem to be that interesting. So mainly the reservoir is what I come down here for. So there's a possibility I might do something on the way back, but the likelihood is I should just be going back, but I should probably have a rest because obviously I'm fucking sweating. Right, so I was digging setups to say that I'm not old, I'm not grey. Black, grey, white, you're that fucking grey, you're stupid, you're grey. You're on a Zimmer frame, you're a fucking granny. Just digging in that fucking spiteful way. They were doing this when I was 30 fucking years of age, saying that I'm sick and I'm supposed to fancy an old granny on a Zimmer frame. They're just fucking, will not fucking stop it. There's been a whole load of more colliding. And there's a van that says life is down the drain. No, life down the drain, sorry. Which is a drain clearing van. And gutter clearing, drain, you know, that sort of thing. Right, so I've been choked by catalyst for another 30 fucking vehicles or so. Vote Lib Dems van. That's a van, not the actual. It's like a van that's carrying, lorry, van type thing that's carrying basically what I photographed the other day. With a load of Vote Lib Dems in it. Helping Hand van, and choked by catalytic converter stench. Hawkins van. Grey sexual car. Remember Labour van. A red car. A Kex. Person on a bike wearing a Kex jumper red colour. And the dad van. Lorry, sorry. Right, so there's been another 100 or so cars, so there's been some threats, obviously. And the timing, the rough types of people I noticed to be in the on the road where I am, so let's rub it in, cause fucking trouble, and cause as much fucking stirring and as much fucking trouble as we can possibly rub in. Cause as much havoc and cause as much mapped out problems as we can fucking do in it Downing Street. Or the Creator God, one of the two. Whichever bastard's wanting to cause shit and fucking stir trouble and put everything in my direction to make the fucking trouble worse. This called shit stirring, causing trouble. I'm organising my movement with all this criminal force and putting everyone's movement around me. No, I've just found out, no, it's not normal for it to be busy like this. Two people on the site, two cyclists passed me and they're talking to each other in conversation. They didn't make any threats, but they just said, they noticed that it was saying it's rather busy, innit? You know, sort of having a conversation saying that. Obviously in their act, and they're saying in my act. Right, Hawkins, 45 years, written on the side of a van. So yeah, I got to have sex with someone 45 years, which is over twice the age of people that sexually abused me as a child. In actual fact, there's not many people that are older than 45 that sexually abused me as a child. Apart from Mr. Whatever at school holiday in France and others. But yeah, so I'm being told I'm a sick cunt if I don't lose virginity over someone over age 45. What's that, break the record, force me to have the oldest fucking person that you can fucking possibly give someone who's been sexually abused as a child and known as a sick cunt if I don't go with a granny? Well, let's up it to 65, shall we, God? Let's up it to 70, Christ. Go and keep on fucking upping the age, you cruelty cunt. Because this is going to fucking turn me into a nasty person, Christ. It's already starting. And I'm not going to fucking let it go, Christ. It's too late. You're just a brain-damaged bastard like your creation. Fucking evil, like stepping on insects. Murdering animals, fucking killing fucking other animals. Your fucking creation is fucking disease, Christ. It's fucking evil. It's fucking famine, poverty. You're just absolutely fucking malicious. The whole works of your fucking creation is just a fucking... It's all possessed by fucking evil force, Christ. Right, 45 and a love heart, Laurie. There won't be a fucking love at 45 because at 45, everyone looks like a stale piece of shit. An old fogey, grey hair, wrinkly skin, Christ. This is uglier than people rate me as a child, you fucking small-minded cunt. Seagull says, well, be with, it sounded like Mab, or Mab. It definitely sounded like it came out as an M. Hey. I don't know. That's what's just been said by a seagull. Kids love the sunshine, get out in the sunshine written on the side of a car. Right, extreme pelting catalytic converter choking stench. Justin, knife you down, possibly said, didn't hear properly. Overhanging trailer trying to rip my legs off. Sick colour car. Started car. A van that said family on it. D.E.D, as if to say dead. Cheering van. And Liberal Democrats are winning here on a car sticker in a window. Going back to April, I mentioned that someone chucked a load of old school jungle records out. There's a bearded type person in his, I think he was in his 30s, rough type, I mean hard build, baseball cap, wearing dark shades, you know, glasses, you know, the type that have sex with soft girls' skin, you know, women, that type. Well, oh fuck's sake, fart smell, hang on. Well, he chucked a load of records out, right, and I have to let the vehicles pass. Anyway, he had those, oh fuck's sake, bikes to erections up ahead. Anyway, he had a box of records, old school jungle, that was left for the bin. And obviously they were a bit damp because they were a torrential rain, a sexual car. Yes, alright, Christ, it's a bike and it's a sexual car, alright? I need to do this video now because when we get to the next stage is when we get about 500 cars. Which is just the second road coming up from this one. Right, so basically, he tracked out a load of old school jungle vinyl, pretty good condition, some of it. There's a couple of records that I know, really good ones, 1994 Underground Jungle, we're talking breakdown type tracks. And one of them was the legendary one, which was the Execution Legendary Volume 1, which is basically selling for about 200 something quid on the eBay. But, so, I basically asked him, are you chucking those records out? And he started an argument. So I said, I'll give you something for him, you know. And at the time he just said, he didn't fucking tell me, I can't remember what he worded it as. He said, I'm not, fuck's sake, what did he say? I haven't reached that road yet, as usually the traffic comes from the other road. It's still not busy, but I'm trying to get this sort of said, if you know what I mean. He said, no, you ain't fucking, get your fucking nose out my rubbish. He says, none of what's going is fucking going in the tip. He says, I don't want cash for him or something like that. He says, just fuck off, you weird cunt, or fucking pedo, or child molester. I can't remember what he said now. And after that, he said, carry on staying now, fucking break your arms and legs. He says, it's dangerous stuff. You haven't fucking heard what it said on the news about it, or in the papers, you know, saying it's all demonic, it's all dangerous material. It's fucking going, no one's having it. I can't remember what he said. It's much more sarcastic and much more stern and dry in the interpretation, or how he, I'm surprised it's been a car for nearly a minute. No car for nearly a minute. Anyway, I'll leave it there on that. I can't remember what he said, but let's just say that the records that he chucked out were near mint condition jungle records in the early 90s. He just chucked a lot out. He was into his hip hop, he was playing hip hop in his car, and he's a rough type person who suddenly changed his style of music. He's younger than me. He looks younger than me anyway. And and obviously had a family, sexual woman and whatever. It's your turn van, followed by a sexual car. Be interesting to know what's next, won't it? Well, firstly it's a grey car and a number 1 van that says a Nano and then the number 1. Right, so we've got a Somerset Waste Partnership dust cart, and then we had a tractor with a spike in my direction. Right, there's a train. Just want to mention something about the train service. When you look for the timetable on the internet, they keep claiming that there's no service the next day, or it's delayed or been taken off, so you can't get the times, which is handy. Because I was looking last night because I was thinking of doing something different, you know, but it's not important, but you know, it would be nice to just do a trip on the train, you know, something different, as I haven't done that for over a year. Well, actually 2 years? No, hang on, I'm not sure, but I think the last time I did it was over a year ago, and that was only on one occasion to go to I've forgotten the name of that place, and just have a walk around and investigate what it's like there, basically. I do know where it is, but I've forgotten the name of it. Near Dorchester. Incidentally, going to Dorchester and getting in trouble at the moment, which is not now. When I last went there last year, they keep saying that I raped someone called Kimberly, and saying that Scott's going to fucking knife you down and rip your fucking arms and legs off and take your fucking life away. But it's the same name that was given to me as that person who went to attack me in April 2022 in Bridgewater, but initially wanted to see me at Highbridge Railway because he said he wanted to knife me onto the railway track, thinking that I was Savannah, saying that your name's not Justin initially, and then he said, your name is Justin. He just said, I said no, and then I said, who is this Justin? And so he said, it's Savannah, I'm gonna fucking kill him. That's basically what he said. And then obviously I had to avoid the situation, and I got out of the area quick, and obviously that's the end of that. Right, bikes with flashing lights, time to our direction, grey, blue, Turner's van. It's like an evil looking G on a white car, like a green I don't know what you call it, hexagon type shape, but it's not as such, but it's like an evil sort of circle or G on a van. On a car, sorry. Right, so the road coming back slightly less than going in the other direction, but you're still looking at about 300. It did pick up, unfortunately, to about another 100. Now I'm reaching the other bit of road, so there's been black and blue grey sick ups, black knife shaped, white, sick. Right, sitting at the bus stop's not an option. Chest pain, sore throat, and being gassed out by a catalytic converter with the smell of vinegar and rubbing two stainless steel knives. God, impressive smelling it, but 100 times stronger. I'm getting a bit pissed off of it. There's no need to even put a catalytic converter on a car. So basically, yeah, it's causing sort of, I don't know how to put it. You know when you get that sort of cough when you've had a cold, where you can't stop coughing, you get a sort of funny feeling in the chest. Well, the catalytic converters are doing that. Right, crow shag, yo, whatever. Right. Dead Justin beat, crow says Joe repeatedly. Owns a loud bike. Unexpectedly that is. So bike, time to interaction, coming up. Crow shag, and I can't say what the other bit is. And a Brady van timed currently. Weirdo just said go. Penis up bike timed. Simmer frame timed. Choked by catalytic converter, unusual cars.
Oh no, maybe it's just came out now. Maybe it was.
Took money out. Took money out of my account. That wasn't that.
Was it being processed through though? Maybe it was being processed through. Hang on.
Another place of Bristol. Not Bristol. Fucking we Clacton. When they were finding school in Clacton, people will try that, see if it works a bit better there. If not, then well, that's where we struggle because Sheffield would be Bristol.
Yes, mate.
No, we know. Does Kate even see like at night time?
Yeah?
Yeah. There you go. Fuck that.
My bucket carried shooting high up erections on motorbike time. Teens talk about being made pregnant and a pregnant woman, so they need to turn the aircon on the bus. Hard wet triple sneeze by Granny. 9 texts. Flew on the bus after that. Forced off the bus extra early. It was not too much of a problem. Right, grey-white timed. Best, number 5. Van. Fists thrown. Loads of black and fucking blue white stick. White mixed with red. Yes, everyone's a single mother, Christ, alright? If you want to ram that down my throat. That's right, because I'm slicing your fucking wrist, Christ. Sexuality, you little bastard piece of shit. Fucking scum cunt. Wills van. Grey white. FedEx van. Harvest buggy. Sick. Archie Keedwell. Single mothers. Teenage single mothers, Christ. You crap bastard. Right, so I've been back for a little bit. It's just persistent banging in a way to say that you molested Sadie. Banging in sequence to say you're having a break-in. To be fucking smashed in, to have your fucking life taken, to be injected with whatever. And to have your arms and fucking legs ripped off and fucking smashed in the road, and there's been some threats being mentioned as well. But it's in like a stir-dry and sarcastic way, as if I make my fucking dictation to you. You fucking listen to what I gotta say. You don't fucking tell me I'm a liar. I know what you've been up to. I'm gonna fucking do this and do it up without verifying the facts, basically. So I'm getting a bit pissed off of it. So it's got to be mentioned.